Well, good morning. It is Monday, May 27th, Memorial Day, and day 20 on the trail for me. So I ended up just setting up a tent last night and got a sort of a later start today. No particular reason other than I just was finding it difficult to get some motivation this morning. It's going to be a dreary day, lots of rain in the forecast. It rained a little bit overnight, and then right now it's just stuff falling off the leaves, but there's some bad weather coming in, so just have to hike through it. My plan today is to go about, I think it's about 10.5 miles into Wind Gap, and I think I'm going to stay there for the night. And then tomorrow, if all goes well, I'll be hiking to Delaware Water Gap, and that's the end of Pennsylvania. I'll have to switch maps because the map that I have right now in my app is only for Maryland and Pennsylvania. So I'll have to switch maps over to the next section. So that's exciting. Stopping in Wind Gap mainly, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a few days of food. And I've got an Amazon pickup coming in. So it turns out, I stayed at that hotel a few days ago, and I think I left my headlamp there because it is nowhere in my gear. I remember recharging it, and could have sworn I put it back in my pack, but I guess I didn't. So I've got a new headlamp coming in and something else that I need. They're already delivered, so I'm hoping to get there today and pick it up from an Amazon locker. So, other than that, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of video today because of the weather. It's difficult to do the video when it's raining, but I'll do what I can. If there's any sights, I know I'm coming up on a shelter in about probably 5.5 miles now. I'll probably stop there and have a snack and rest for a few minutes before moving on. And I think that might be, I don't know if that's the last shelter in Pennsylvania. I can't remember for sure. All right. So anyway, here's what the trail looks like right now. Mist has cleared a little bit. We've got a little bit of sun peeking out and a power line view. Hooray. Moving on. All right, so I'm obviously not at a campsite right now. I had some great plans today to get into Wind Gap and get into town and do a resupply, and I had to pick up an Amazon order, and then I was going to stay at this tavern that had some great reviews on Far Out. It said, oh, you eat there, and the owner lets you set up your tent in the back, and then they'll drive you to the trailhead in the morning. I'm like, that sounds awesome. The place was closed. So me and a guy I've been hiking with for a couple days. His name's Bourbon. I've mentioned him before. You saw his picture a few moments ago. We're hiking or walking through town, and it's pouring rain on us, and we get to the place and it's closed. So I went on Far Out, and I'm looking through some comments, and I see some comments say, Mountain Mama will help you. And so I called Mountain Mama. And 20 minutes later, she was there. She got us to the supermarket. We did some resupply. She got me to my Amazon locker. I was able to pick up my stuff from the Amazon locker, and she brought us to her home, and we're staying here for the night. We're about 20 minutes from the trail, and it's a great place. And so big props today to Mountain Mama for helping us out when we needed it. Thank you so much. I told her what my channel is, so she hopefully subscribed, and maybe she's going to see this. You know, this isn't really a hostel. It's she runs it just sort of as needed. If you need some help, if you're on the trail and you're near Wind Gap, give her a call. Maybe she can help you out that day. We got, Bourbon and I got lucky, and we're set up for the night. It's beautiful out now. I mean, it's nice and cool, but man, it was pouring. It was absolutely pouring. My shoes are soaked. I'm trying to get them dried out. I've got newspaper in them to try and get some of the wetness out of them. But I was able to get a shower, get some laundry done. Bourbon and I killed that pizza, and we're drinking some beers, and we're gonna have a good sleep and get back on the trail tomorrow. We're gonna do 17 and a half miles into the Delaware Water Gap, and then that's the end of Pennsylvania. And then I've got like two and a half more days of the real rocks, and then it's supposed to be relatively smooth sailing through the rest of New Jersey and New York, and then I'm into New England. So I'm excited. I'm happy to be almost done with Pennsylvania. It's been so challenging having to walk, and you can't look up. You have to look down at every step on the trail just about, so you don't turn your ankle. And so it's mentally exhausting. Anyways, so I've got some beer here from a relatively local brewery. It's called #Adulting. I don't remember the brewer off the top of my head. I thought that was a good name, and it's got guava in it, which is my favorite fruit to add to a beer. So it's a guava, it's an IPA with guava in it, and it's working. Anyways, I guess that's about it. Again, Mountain Mama, thank you so much for helping me out tonight. I really appreciate it. And if you stuck through this video, I know there wasn't as much in it. It was a tough day. It was a wet day, but if you stuck through it, I appreciate it. And I will see you again tomorrow on the trail.